Hello, this is a video tour of my 1990 Jaguar XJS 12-cylinder that I am selling here in Boise, Idaho. I'm going to try to do the best I can of pointing things out and things that I know about it. Unfortunately, I'm not a mechanical expert, but I do love this car. I just don't have the ability to own it anymore thanks to having a kid. So basically, like I say, it's a 1990. It runs wonderfully. It is, of course, a Jag, a British car, so it does have its quirks. Hopefully you know all about that already. First off, it has some aftermarket modifications. As you can tell, there is some gold plating here and there. Unfortunately, these are a little bit faded on the gold, but they still look pretty good. I'm just not a big fan of the gold, but some people love it. And it goes fairly well with that champagne color, though. I just wish that they'd stuck with it factory chrome. The hood is up right now. I'll go ahead and pop that if I can with one hand. So it is a 12-cylinder, like I said. It doesn't have any leaks that I can tell. There was at one time a power steering leak that I put some stuff in, and it seemed to take care of that. But I didn't clean the engine or anything. This is pretty much how it came to me. I've owned this car for 7 years and probably put maybe 500 miles on it. Not a ton of use, so it stayed pretty nice. I did start it basically every 2 weeks and rock it back and forth when I wasn't driving it, and it was garaged the entire time that I've owned it, so it is pretty clean in there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. Go ahead and close the hood here. Okay, so it's pretty tight in here, but seats are in pretty good condition. I'll show you something on the driver's seat here in a second. Door panels are all good. Dash wood is gorgeous. The only downside to this wood, and this is I found on pretty much every single one of these, is the lacquer, I think, that they use is cracked right here, but the wood underneath is, I believe, pretty good. But I did see a show where they took this panel out and refinished it, so it looks cool. It does have the factory tape deck inside of it. It is coated right now, but I can't imagine that if you buy this, you're going to live with the tape deck. I would expect you to put in a Bluetooth stereo of some sort, so probably not a big deal, but the original deck is there. Of course, the steering wheel's locked. Let's show you the odometer here. Oh, there it is. If you can just see it, 48,307 is where we're sitting at right now. So let me go get the keys. Okay, so we've got the keys here now, and we're ready to continue taking a look. You've got a little center console armrest here that I forgot to mention. The back is all clean. Very nice carpet. There's a little storage compartment, if I can reach it here. We can put an emergency blanket in there, and you can put whatever you want. I don't think you can store golf clubs, but the trunk's big enough for that. Now let's check the windows. Windows both roll up and down, nice and smooth. I will give you a tip. That one does rattle just a skosh if it's all the way down. So you want to roll it all the way down and then just tap the open button or the roll-up button to make it nice and tight. The top pops off with these little levers. I'll try to get the other one in frame when I do this. You push this button in the back, pop it. That pops that little hook out, and then you close them back up and foot on the brake, and up goes the top. Now there is a tonneau cover that comes with it that I preferably like the look of in the summertime. But it does take a minute to put on, so it's best to do it while you're parked, of course. But we'll put that back up, and I'll show you a couple things on the exterior before we start this up. So there are a few unfortunate things about it. It does have some weird paint effects there right next to the mirror. I don't know whatever caused that, but I imagine if you take this off and just shoot it black, you'd be fine. And then, I don't know if this is even going to come through. It's so small. Get my head out of the shadow so you might be able to see it. But there is a little, like maybe somebody kept a wrench while they were working on the motor and closed the hood. There's just a little ripple there that you just have to be standing in the perfect spot to see it, but 99% of people are never going to see it. It's pretty clean around the back. This power antenna is not connected, so it never goes down. There was an aftermarket telephone put in it, and that's the telephone antenna, so unfortunately you can't take that off, or you'd have a big hole in your trunk. And then, last but not least, there is a tear in the fabric itself. It holds together good, but a pro needs to probably go in there and stitch that up using similar thread to this. I don't see it worth replacing the whole thing, but that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that has any problems with it. I mean, the paint's in pretty good shape. There's a scratch here or two there. I think I've got one there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah. All right, let's start it up. Helps to know how keys work. Okay, that's how she sounds. You can kind of hear that window rattle. Yep. So right about there. Right about there is perfect. So let's pop her open again. Sorry for all the shaky camera work. Nice and smooth. Good rumble, no weird whines or anything like that. Just runs like a top. Now it is a hot motor, so you don't want to let it idle. You want to run it. It's not meant for sitting. It's a GT car, so it's meant for driving. Which we are going to do right now. This is going to be interesting as I drive with one hand and hold the camera. I don't have a dash cam, but I want you to get the feel of it. Before you either drive thousands of miles to purchase a car on sight unseen. Now, she's not a fast car, acceleration-wise, but I will tell you, between 60 and 90 on the highway, oh boy, she rips. That's where that 12-cylinder really thrives, is grand touring. And you get a wonderful view of my neighborhood. I have no idea how in focus any of this is going to be. But brakes are good. Transmission is very strong. The engine itself is just a work of art. That constant, just low rumble without any sort of barking. Certainly gets a lot of more attention than somebody making a ton of noise. It's just this powerful hum that turns a lot of heads. People don't know what they see when or they don't know what to expect when they turn and see a Jag. Yeah, it's pretty fun having a 12-cylinder, I'll tell you that. But like I say, she's not the fastest car in the world, but she's got it where it counts. And she handles like a dream too. Very smooth, not chunky like a big car like a Cadillac would be. It's just buttery constantly. So I'm gonna hit the brakes here. Very quick, very sharp. It does have ABS, of course. And then what else do we got? Heated seats, all sorts of bells and whistles that you can figure out on your own, and good air conditioning too. You don't need to use it very often, but it does work when you need it. So there you go. That's what she looks like with the top down without the tonneau cover. I'll put pictures of it with the tonneau cover up on the same websites. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope to hear from you. Thanks much.